Hello, trading is closed on July 13th, 2020. This is kind of a significant day, so let's go over our calls. Look for the pattern with the early low, and this is it, and tomorrow has the early high. We said that we had a number of lower targets and that MEJT was adamant the market would retrace, but I said I couldn't rule out gapping up. And once we gap up, even though the targets remain, I'm no longer predicting they'll print within their preferred time frame, even though they should print at some time. Well, the preferred time frame for 31.65.21 was today, and the same target essentially optionally prints 95% of the time, and that printed too. Now this target, 31.44.55, the preferred time frame ends early tomorrow, and because of the gap up, I'm not predicting it'll print tomorrow, but it should print at some time. And of course, even though there isn't any time frame for ultimate targets, normally you don't have to wait very long. We have a new target from today, 32.25.33. But again, if this is a major change in trend, the system should leave a failed target, so you have to bear that in mind. Here's what we said. MEJT was adamant the rally would retrace. I said bears need to gap down smartly to invalidate yesterday's action. I'm not confident they can. Well, we did get higher prices, and that's really all you have to do. So you can't say it wasn't validated at the open, but the target still did print. And this one's still on tap for tomorrow, as is this one. MEJT said this rally wouldn't stick, called it false, said we'd retrace. Now says the drop is false, or retrace back up to here. But again, if it is a major change in trend, you can't count on that. Here's a daily chart. We now have a reversal bar involving the upper Bollinger Band when that band's flat. And there's a pretty good rule of mine. When that happens, you have a target of a challenge, not necessarily a touch of the lower Bollinger Band. And that's at 30.25.77, but of course that moves. The touch of the band doesn't mean you have to drop. I mean, the band could move up, but it does call for lower prices because it's not going to move up here while this thing stays still very often. I've had to rearrange the things here because this high was over this high. So we're calling this magenta A, this magenta B, and somewhere in here we're looking for the end of blue B. If the count's right, any time we top out here gives you a completed three waves up with an AB and an ABC for wave magenta C. And if that's a triangle, you know the triangle comes in the penultimate move. You have one more rally, then you reverse through the triangle, which would take us under 3,000. And trying to pick the exact end of this thing isn't an exact science. And any time you start dropping from here, you've got a valid count. But that being said, if we do rally up to my target, this would be right at the 61.8% retracement level. And in spite of the lower target from the system scheduled to print tomorrow, there's also a higher target, and I haven't given up on 32.61.50. Tuesday's pattern has the early high. Doesn't mean you won't gap down. Typically the day is a rally day with a high in the final hour. Failure is a straight line drop. Wave count strongly suggests we're in the last leg of the bear market rally, and a sizable drop will begin soon. Fibonacci balance is not required at wave's end, but it would make a prettier picture if we got a rally past today's high, giving us an ABC. There's a lower target preferred time lasts till early tomorrow, and a higher target preferred time is by the end of the day. I think you can kind of over-predict in these situations when a big drop is coming. This could be the start of it, but I'd be happier if we had one more fling up. I don't always get everything I want, and just remember the long-term picture here, even if we get a fling up, is that this bear market rally is almost over. Tomorrow has the early high. If it's the standard pattern, you rally into the close. If you're wrong in spades. And that's today's call.